Hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of Product Review by Precious Kings. And today we are going to be reviewing Hyperspell. Hyperspell is memory and context for AI agents. You can check out Hyperspell at hyperspell.com. Let's get right in. Before we go in, can you see this? It follows the movements of my mouse and it changes. I think that's quite amazing. All right, let's get right into it. Of course, backed by one Y Combinator. The obvious messaging here says the memory and context layer for AI agents. Hyperspell gives your AI agents automatic memory by connecting it to your user's data. Now, that's a lot to unpack. And again, I think that's also applicable right there. Connecting it to your user's data, that's a huge problem because, of course, we have the data laws, we have the data protection, and we have, you know, problems with user data law. But let's get right in. Let's see how it works and let's see what they are saying about these obvious problems that we have as well. You can see companies I feel maybe use it or are affiliated with Hyperspell, Virio aside, Aragon, Intelligence AI, Micro, etc. Let's keep going. So your AI agents, context engineering, that's memory, and these are different platforms that we use already to probably manage workflow or manage our customer data. We have Google Drive, we have Notion, we have Slack, and we have email. So the way I see this, these different platforms feed into the adaptive memory, which is where Hyperspell comes in, I guess, and help you further with context engineering before deploying to your AI agents. Now, I want to know if Hyperspell also integrates the AI agents or if you can integrate an AI agent on Hyperspell. So let's keep going. Agentic memory network, memory and context plug and play. Hyperspell makes your AI agents context aware. Simply choose which data sources to connect. Hyperspell will continuously index documents into a memory layer and generate context for your AI agent. Let's take it again. Hyperspell will continuously index documents into a memory layer and generate context for your AI agents. Okay, so it just means Hyperspell would feed the AI agents with the different data sources that you choose to connect with it and help generate the context. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So features, give your agents context in less than 5 minutes. Insert context after connecting your user's data sources. The agentic memory network knows about the people, projects, and concepts relevant to your agents. Okay. Continuous learning, just like human memory, Hyperspell improves with every query and every conversation. Relevant answers reinforce the context for of future queries. One-line integration, user attributes components to let the users link their accounts. The users Hyperspell handles authentication and continuous memory updates. Now I'm a bit lost. So at what point does Hyperspell come in? Does it okay, let's keep going. Maybe you have answers. Any documents, any source. Hyperspell processes thousands of documents and conversations to build your agent's memory network. New integrations ship weekly. Okay, awesome. So you can see different sources: calendar, Zoom, email, Discord, Notion, Slack, Docs, etc. Let's keep going. Your AI agent is a clueless genius. AI agents are crushing humans on any standardized test, but wouldn't last a day as a real job. What today's super intelligent agents are missing is a real world context they are operating in, a context that humans stitch together from hundreds of data points across dozens of interactions and channels, a context that grows with attacks. Finally, I've been looking for this, how it works. That's what I'm looking for. How Hyperspell works out of the box. Here is how, okay? Conscious ingestion, you have gone through this persistent memory. Okay, this is where it gives the agent the data every single time, no problem. Context engineering, query memories, okay. Enrich your agents with real-time context from data. Get structured results or LLM ready summaries for all types of data sources. Okay. Insert answers. Hyperscale knowledge graph as your end retrieval solution and get granted answers from your user's data. Choose which LLM to use or bring your own. Okay, awesome. I think now one of the questions has been answered, which is you can use you can choose an LLM from Hyperspell. So you can use Hyperspell to both ingest the user data as well as also build AI agent. Because why I was asking that question is if that's not the case, then it means that the product is built for only technical people and non-technical people find difficult using the product. So we have some testimonials here, which is good. Okay, so it's facts, FAQs. You can see the demo, talk to the team. Do we have a pricing? Do we have a pricing? There is no pricing. Okay. Uh, is it gonna ask me to sign up? I don't want to sign up. Not yet, at least here. I want to see the documentation. Okay, it's asking for sign up. I'm gonna be back. Let's look at documentation. Okay, so these are API docs. So getting started. Let's do automatic integration. I believe to have a dashboard where you can use drag and drop. Okay, self-integrating SDK. So you can add to your cloud, interesting, and set up. Then connect to your API key on your Hyperscale dashboard. Awesome. So let's look at manual integration. Oh, pip. So Python. You can install this and use. Now they didn't actually talk about the main target audience. They didn't actually talk about the main target audience. I think you might think people will get it, but I think there should be some work added to the front side, and there was also a lot of repetition of information. So onto my rating. What will I rate the value proposition? How strong do I think it is? I think if I'm being an AI agent, automatically I am already feeding it my data. To be honest, I've built couple about three for three different businesses or something. And at each of those points, we gave them the data and we weren't struggling with context where it was getting the context. Unless the difference now becomes streaming and querying those data every time they updated, which I don't think is necessary. But even at that, I can do that without needing a platform like Hyperspell. So I'm gonna give it a 5 to be very honest in terms of value proposition. I think it either should target a particular niche and expound on the problem, or it should become more robust in the solution it's offering. That's what I think, because I don't think the value proposition is strong enough. In terms of adoption, messaging, target audience, I've talked about it. I'm not sure it's called out any particular target audience. I know that this is for technical people from reading about it alone. I know I expected this because again I'm technical, right? But a lot of people will be confused coming to your website, and maybe if I can see how to set up on your website as well, it will be very very helpful. Pricing wasn't listed, so I'm gonna assume that I might see it after the sign-in wall or it's custom payment. Then if I'm hired as a product lead for Hyperspell, if I'm the founder, what am I gonna do? I've thought about what I'm gonna do already. I'm going to either add more things to the solution suite that makes it more interesting, right? Maybe from 0 to 100 of creating your custom business agents, something like that. So instead of going somewhere else to create agents, and we have a couple of products in that, right? So allow maybe you can make it simpler by having drag and drop, right? You can win in terms of user experience, especially for people that don't really know much. So I think that's the direction I would like to go if the product lead at Hyperspell. All right, thank you very much. Let me know what you think about Hyperspell in the comment section, and let me also know if you would be using Hyperspell. See you in the next one.